Two new releases this month, In the Gray and Michael. Uh, we all know that Michael has been number one at least a couple times this year. Were these two movies any good? You're about to find out.
Fucking go! Let's fucking go.
Whoop, whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
We will watch your career with great interest.
You are such a kid.
This is where the fun begins.
It's showtime.
And here we go.
Welcome into another edition of the Movie Geek Podcast. I'm your host, George T., and this is my review of In the Gray and Michael. And we all know that Michael, as I said in the opener, was at number one, fell all the way down to number three, and then this past week was number one. Will it be number one this week? You'll have to tune in on Wednesday to find out. But I can say that it isn't. But anyway, getting to see this a couple weeks after, and obviously the week that it became number one again, was pretty good. But I want to start with In the Gray. This was a Guy Richie film, but it wasn't out in a lot of theaters. It was in half the theaters that most big movies kind of go with, so it didn't make enough. It didn't make a lot of money, but it was out there, and it's still out there in very limited release before it comes to streaming. My interest in this is it's a Guy Ritchie film. Guy Ritchie has done some good films lately. I know he, had done some duds early on, but he has really done well with some projects that he has been working on lately. This movie has Henry Cavill back with him, along with Eliza Gonzalez. They were in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That came out a couple of years back, and that was a pretty good movie. And not joining them this time is Alan Richardson, but Jake Gyllenhaal this time is going to be his Henry Cavill's partner in this movie. We also get Rosamund Pike and Carlos Bardem as Manny Salazar. We get Fisher Stevens as the lawyer in this one. So very much the same kind of movie as The Ministry was. Action, but a lot of intrigue, and Eliza plays Sophie. Sophie is a tough-nosed negotiator. She handles a lot of high-end wheeling and dealing that other agents cannot get to. She also uses some illegal, stuff to get these deals done, but she's very good at her job, which makes her bosses very uncomfortable, including Rosamund Pike's character. And they have quite a contentious relationship where Sophie knows that if she is successful in handling the Salazar dealings, then her boss will be fired. So Jake Gyllenhaal's character is called Bronco, and Henry Cavill plays John. These two play off each other pretty well. They have some witty back and forth that may not make you laugh, but kind of make you want to laugh. It's hard to explain, but they work off each other very well. And again, it's not comedy lines, but you get the sense that these two love joking with each other. And there's probably if you get the DVD or if it comes on Blu-ray, there'll probably be outtakes or whatever, or maybe there's a gag reel because it looks like these two are just having fun, but being serious at the same time. So it's not one of those where you're going to be laughing, but you're going to sit there and go, that's kind of funny, So, but these two really played it off well. But anyway, Manny owes um, Eliza's company, Sophie's company, a whole lot of money. They sent in somebody else, but he got assassinated. So Sophie gets her gang together with Bronco and John and a bunch of others, and they go in and crack down on Manny's operations. Fisher Stevens' um, lawyer persona, he plays it very, very well, where he is scared to tell Manny a lot of things, but then has to really buckle down because, um, Manny's losing a ton of money, and eventually his lawyer is going to lose his life. So he needs to understand. So eventually they wind up meeting up after she's pretty much almost taken all of it. Um, Manny is warned not to take action against her, like try to assassinate her like he did with the other agent at the beginning of the movie, but he tries and fails. And that's, basically this whole premise of Sophie gets what she wanted. Uh, Bronco and John are her uh, right hand, and basically Manny loses everything and then eventually winds up in jail. I know it's cut and dry. There's a lot in there. It is a good film to watch, especially if you liked the Ministry of Ungentle Warfare. Um, and again, Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal really played well off each other. So I definitely want to give this a good thumbs up for um, what this movie was, and I think you guys will enjoy it if you are a Guy Ritchie fan. Guy Ritchie again has done some good stuff as of late, so I think if you are a Guy Ritchie fan, you're gonna love this movie. So I definitely give it a thumbs up. Will it be in my top 25 at the end of the year? Maybe, but right now, after I complained about um, top 25 movies, we've gotten some really good ones here in May, my birthday month. Now to the movie Michael, which is the number one movie for last week. And at the beginning of the year, it was one of the movies I was looking forward to, but not like overly anticipating because I didn't know much about it other than I knew it was about Michael's life. I didn't know how far it was going to reach into his life, just seeing, reading about it and so on. But it did focus on just his career. Um, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it because he was a general, just an unbelievable talent. And it shows here in the movie, and it shows the craziness that happened in his life while he was growing up with his father and so on. So we got Jafar Jackson playing Michael Jackson in this, and I thought he did an amazing job. It's not easy playing an icon like that. Like, I, you know, I thought his performance was very, very good, very spectacular. Um, Neil Long played Catherine Jackson, his mother. Colin, Colin Domingo played Joe. He was good. He was good as Joe Jackson. Miles Teller played John Bronca. Um, he was the guy that really launched Michael. He was a part of the Beach Boys for a while. and got them off the ground. And yeah, he he helped Michael become what he was. Um, we also got a Quincy Jones, played by Kendrick Sampson. Listening to Michael and really getting him to understand um, about his music, and I thought that was a really good performance by Kendrick. Um, and then you get to see, and I think a lot of this movie was probably from his bodyguard's point of view, but Kylan Doral Jones plays Bill Bray. Um, Basically, he was Michael's bodyguard. He was there with him, driving him all over the place when he was younger. Um, so he saw all the craziness that went on. I mean, Joe Joe pushed his kids so much um, to be, the breadwinners, and they had talent. Michael was the star, and Joe knew that, but he knew that if his family was going to be, greatest family of all time in music, that he needed Michael to get his brothers over. Um, we only get to see um, Latoya in this one, played by Jessica Sola. Um, we did not get to see um, a Janet Jackson in this movie. I don't know if that was just an oversight or maybe Janet didn't really want to be a part of it. I don't know exactly, but seeing Michael, um, you know, grow up and just be, just ridiculed over and over again and pushed so hard by his dad. Um, no wonder why he was somewhat messed up. It also touches upon his skin um, disease that he had that made him lighter. Remember, a lot of people thought he was, bleaching himself and whatever just to try to make himself white. No, he did legit have, a skin disease that made his um, his skin white, and it does talk about that. Um, but he was also very scared of his father. He had his lawyers, he had record producers, he had the record companies telling his dad that they didn't want him around, and that only caused more problems. We also get the childhood, we get to see his crazy pet collection, his trusty monkey. Um, he had llamas all over the place. He had other exotic animals um, living in his room and on the property, and you feel for him in this incident. I always did, even with all the allegations and everything else, and so on. That you know he wasn't so much a sheltered kid, but he was really forced into this, um, and then eventually became his own man, and still learning how to grow as a human being. And that was one of the things that this movie touches upon, and it was really well done. Um, the dancing, the singing, all that was good. Like, this movie was definitely worthy of a number one spot. And I think if you are of the age that remembers Michael and his iconic music, you will like this film. You will like this film. So I definitely give it a strong thumbs up. And you know, both of these movies are definitely worth watching. And I would love to hear what you guys think of these movies if you've seen them already. Um, again, two really good movies this month. There's more movies that I'm going to review for this month that were good. And yeah, right now the summer season is rolling along here, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. So that's all for now. I hope that you guys get to see these movies, and I will see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where I came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.